Hey guys, it's Britt and welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday, which means we are going through a whole food plant-based cookbook or book that we really enjoy, and I think you guys will get a lot of value out of it. So for the month of February, I'm going to pick one different book each month. We are going to go over the Plant-Based Nutrition Support Group's cookbook. Now this is an awesome group. It's called PBNSG. If you guys haven't heard of them before, they are a plant-based support group from Detroit, Michigan. Now, with COVID and everything, they do tons of classes and lectures online. So no matter where you're at, I personally don't live anywhere near Detroit, Michigan, and have attended their classes. I actually am teaching some classes with them, and really it's just such an awesome community that they've been able to span out worldwide. So PBNSG was founded by Paul. I'll post a picture of Paul on the screen now. And Paul has a really amazing plant-based story. You guys can check out his story. I'll link it down below. And he was so inspired and had such an amazing result being plant-based that he started his own group, PBNSG. And so I love this group and everything they're doing and all of the classes they're offering and resources to people that I had to share it with you guys. So the month of February, we're doing this cookbook. You can purchase this cookbook on their website. I do have a $5 discount code they gave me, which I will link down below as well if you want to get this cookbook, or you can get the Kindle version on Amazon. But what I like about this book is that it's recipes from their members. So they had all of their members submit their favorite plant-based recipes, and they put it into a cookbook. So I just thought that was very different and unique and really cool. So it's called Perfectly Plant-Based, and it says, a curated collection of original whole food plant-based recipes, no oil recipes from the PBNSG chefs. So I am really excited. So we're going to get started on page 105 in the cookbook, and we're going to make the Grand Slam Tempeh burgers with spinach and sweet potato. This is a recipe that just called to me when I was flipping through, and I love it because it's so easy that I had everything on hand, really simple ingredients, and I'll also talk about how you can tweak it to what you have available or your personal preference, but really easy. So we're going to get started. I'm not going to post the measurements. You guys should go get the cookbook and support them, but I will post the ingredients on the screen now for you guys to check out. So we need a high-speed, I'm sorry, not a high-speed blender. You need a food processor, although it might work in a high-speed blender if you had a wide enough one. Get out a food processor, and we're going to just combine everything and make burgers, and this is going to be such a great, quick, during the week meal. This also would be really great for the Super Bowl coming up. I'm just saying. Alright, so in our food processor, we're going to add in 1 block of tempeh. So easy, right? And if you guys haven't had a recipe with tempeh before, this could be a really great first one to try out. We're going to add in some onion that I have chopped, and we're also going to add in a cooked sweet potato. So I've roasted a sweet potato here, and all of this is going to go in. So easy. This recipe also freezes really good, so if you make too much for yourself, you can freeze it. The sweet potato cooked is going to help everything kind of stick together and mix in really well. So you can just smush that down into your food processor. We're almost done. I like recipes that are super fast. Alright, up next is some spinach. And if you don't have spinach on hand, I was thinking about this recipe, you could definitely do kale or whatever greens that you like. Just really versatile. Same with the sweet potato. If you want to add in a different type of sweet potato, different varieties are fantastic. And the sun is coming out here in Pittsburgh, so I'm very, very happy. Alright, so up next is some ground flax meal. Again, we're just dumping it all in and going. I have some balsamic vinegar. That's also going to help everything blend together. And then for the seasoning, you can add any seasoning you like to this. It has in here Creole seasoning. I've also done this with Cajun seasoning. I've done this with Italian seasoning, whatever seasoning you like. And it just says in here a generous sprinkle, so you can add as much spice or as little spice as you want. And then they do have in the recipe to add some kosher salt, but I actually don't use any salt besides miso, which is kind of our salt substitute. But for this recipe, I just omit it altogether, and it doesn't really need it, especially if you add any toppings, like if you're going to put ketchup or mustard or anything like that to your burger. So that's the only thing I didn't add. All right, now we're just going to pulse this until it's blended smooth, form our patties, bake it, and we are done. So easy. Again, this is the Grand Slam Tempeh burgers with spinach and sweet potatoes from page 105 of the Perfectly Plant-Based PBNSG book. This is a recipe that you're going to love and your whole family's going to enjoy. All right, I'm going to go blend this. I'll see you guys when it's done. After your food processor has blended, you can go ahead and form your patties. And even if you see little chunks of onion or spinach in there, that's totally fine. It says it makes anywhere from 10 to 12 patties. So depending on how small or large you make will be how many you get. This also freezes great, so you can form the patties and even freeze them and then take them out and cook them when you're ready. We do that pretty often. The recipe does call to bake them at 425. Because we're using tempeh, however, I prefer a much lower temperature. Again, there's glycotoxins when you roast things of high protein, high fat. It is mixed in, so you don't have to be super concerned, but I just like to do a little bit lower. So I'm going to bake mine at 350 for a little bit longer. So these will probably take around 40 minutes for mine, is what I found. But again, you can follow the recipe or kind of tweak it to what we have. So I like to have a mixture of smooth and some chunks still in there that I haven't blended up completely. So this is actually the perfect consistency. And then I'll just take my hands, make sure your hands are clean, and then you can form your little burger patties. The smaller you make them, I think they're great to have even as a lunch option. And then we make them kind of burger size whenever we're having them for dinner. So I'd like to have these ready to go in the freezer. It's a great recipe. You can play around with the spices all the time and kind of tweak it to what your family enjoys. But I love the combination of sweet potatoes, tempeh, and spinach. All right, I'm going to go form these. I will see you guys when they are all finished. Luckily, the sun has set enough where it's not super bright here in my kitchen. That's kind of the price I get for filming videos after I get off work. We're dealing with only a little bit of sunlight gap in between when I get off and when it gets pitch black here in Pittsburgh. So hopefully this gets done before that. We are going to pop these into the oven. It takes around 40 minutes at 350 degrees. These are just the best little burgers to have on hand. They freeze great. You can freeze them now, maybe put parchment paper in between each layer, freeze them, bring them out to cook them. I froze them a whole bunch. We cook them. I have them on hand. I love that you can see the chunks of onions and spinach and sweet potatoes in here. It's just a great different variation on a plant-based burger. So I know you guys are going to like this. I will see you guys when these are all finished. Again, this recipe came from the Perfectly Plant-Based Cookbook, and I will have this linked down below with a $5 discount if you guys want it, and you guys are going to really enjoy it. So I will see you guys when it's all finished and we put it all together, but I'm really excited for dinner tonight. See you guys soon. The Grand Slam Tempeh sweet potato burgers came out. It smells amazing. They hold up, and I love that you can change this up to fit whatever your family likes. My dogs are swarming around. They smell the sweet potato that they love. So if you hear their little feet, it's them. This is very hot, so I'm just going to try one on camera. But it's just such a nice jam-packed full of flavor, and then I really like the texture of the sweet potato, and then you get like little pockets of the tempeh. It's definitely a burger that I think is very unique. A lot of plant-based burgers I've tried or different recipes, this is definitely a top favorite for being different. So I really make our anytime burgers pretty often, but this is such a nice switch up because it's completely different. So I hope you guys will enjoy this cookbook. Like I said, the month of February, I'm going to be cooking from it all month long. I'm going to take one more bite, so good. But I have it here. And again, make sure you check out that $5 off code. And all of February, I'll be making a recipe that we really enjoy that I know you guys are going to like. So I hope you guys will check out the show notes down below, as well as our website, for all the links and everything we talked about today. And I'll see you guys real soon in the next video on Sunday. We are making a chocolate cream cheese cake. Whole food plant-based, SOS free. It's been in my family for over 100 years. You guys are not going to want to miss Sunday's video. So make sure you subscribe. It would be perfect for Valentine's Day. I'm just saying. And I'll see you guys real soon for the next one. But I really appreciate you being here. See you later. Bye. I'm gonna go eat dinner. So good.